Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tech Talk India webinar series. We'll wait for a couple of minutes to other participants to join, and then we'll start the webinar. Thanks.
Thank you, Ida.
Okay, let's wait for a couple of more minutes for participants to join, and then we'll start the webinar. I think let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes more, and then we'll start.
Sure, Ida.
Okay, I think let's start, and other participants will join like as and when they connect. But I think let's start the session without wasting much time. So again, thank you all for joining in today's Tech Talk India webinar session. So I'm your host, Indrajit Ghorpade, Director Solution Engineering at XenTegra Private Limited. And I have Mr. Narendran Kanappan. He is the Technical Services Manager with EG Innovation. Hey, hi, Narendran.
Hi. Yeah.
Right. So I'll before we start like today's topic. So today we are going to talk about EG innovation, the end-to-end monitoring solution for IT infrastructure and application. So before going on our topic, I'll quickly introduce about XenTegra, and then I'll hand it over to Mr. Narendran, and then he'll continue with uh, the like overall walkthrough and slides about EG innovation as a solution. Okay, so so XenTegra is a global system integrator, like started in year 2012 in North Carolina, US, and we are having presence across majority of the states in US and Canada. Last year we started in India. So XenTegra is an organization with like core focus in end user computing and solutions in virtualization, cloud, and like complementing solutions, monitoring solutions for the virtualization and cloud technologies. Right? So XenTegra's core focus is in that, and like overall, XenTegra as an organization, it started right with the intention to have that true partnership, right, where we work closely with our customers and provide that partnership or a kind of a relationship with our customers. This is our our CEO, Mr. Andy Whiteside, says this is kind of a tagline, I'll say, for the organization. So we believe in building a community and then creating solutions. Those will serve the community. So this is kind of our motto, and like we are working and we are following it like across the globe with majority of our partners and customers. So we are very closely working with our partners and customers, understand the pain points, use cases, and provide possible solutions to our customers as per their need. On a broader scope, XenTegra is having multiple business units, or I'll say within the organization there are sub units or like sub departments, like where like we are having a entity for which is a value-added reseller, so where under which we are selling software, hardware, licensing, and different products and solutions to our customers, which is like again focused on like end user computing, virtualization, and cloud technologies, and even network security solutions. So it is more of right understanding customer requirement and as per the customer need, providing the best possible solution and selling that to the customers. Then we have a organization where under which which is a strategic consulting organization, which under which we are working very closely with our customers and understand their infrastructure, uh, any challenges right in their current infrastructure, and like we recommend best possible solutions to our customers, and like we work from the scratch and we help customers to like achieve the final outcome with the solution, right? So considering that, like even we have our managed services organization, which is a 24 cross managed services organization for like majority of the products and solutions we are selling to the customers, like which includes end user computing, virtualization, cloud, network security, and monitoring solutions. Another USP for us, right? We are providing complementary assessment for majority of the products and services, like product or solutions which we are working at. Say, for example, virtualization technologies and like networking solutions, right? Where we actually provide complementary assessment to our customers, where like we go in our customer environment, like understand, like execute couple of scripts or couple of tool sets in the environment, and like we gather the data like of the customer existing environment, and then we uh, present to the customer if there are any like flaws or any areas where customer needs to focus more or like concentrate more and or like invest some like time and money or like on a technology in that particular area. So this is kind of a thing that which we are providing to our customers. This is kind of a in a single pager, like for our organization, like 75 plus technical specialists, 20 plus vendor partners, 350 plus customers, founded in 2012, that I already said. And this is kind of right OEMs with which we are working closely, but right It is more related to virtualization cloud technologies and monitoring solutions. Uh, about XenTegra, we have multiple organizations within the group, right? Where XenTegra International is the parent entity and parent entity and reselling organization like in US. XenTegra Connect and XenTegra One, these are uh, managed services and like consulting organizations. XenTegra GOV is our entity which is working dedicatedly for federal government, US federal customers. XenTegra Canada is the Canada entity, and Computers for Community is kind of a non-profit organization under which we are helping underprivileged or the end users or some the people who are not able to get that like technology touch rate, or they're not getting uh, any exposure to the new technologies or to spend time on technology. So we help such kind of end users or like such kind of people with it's a couple of laptops, computing devices and so on. So we try to educate those people on those new technologies, upcoming technologies with it. So it is kind of a non-profitable thing, right, which we are doing under XenTegra umbrella. So this is kind of a brief about XenTegra as an organization. And I think with this, I'll pause or I'll stop my share screen sharing, and I'll hand it over to Mr. Narendran, and he'll walk through us about EG innovation, the monitoring solution for IT infrastructure, application, virtualization, and cloud platforms. It's almost everything. Like we can monitor majority of the IT parts of IT infrastructure with EG innovation. So, Narendran, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Indo. Yeah, thank you, team. Okay, let me share my screen and we will go through monitoring functionalities of EG Enterprise Suite. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes, we can able to see you.
Okay. So EG Enterprise, the end-to-end application and IT performance monitoring solution. Okay. Who are we? Okay. EG Innovations, if you look at it, we started this organization in year 2001. We are headquartered at Singapore. Okay. We have more than 1,500 plus customers who are using the monitoring software to monitor their IT infrastructures, either end-to-end or on a specific segments. Okay. The main objective of EG Enterprise Suite is to transform IT service delivery into the business advantage for the organizations who are using our software. We do this one with faster diagnosis and resolutions of applications and IT performance problems, enhance the IT service delivery and end user satisfaction. We aim to provide maximum business productivity on cost savings. We also help to accelerate the IT deployments and production rollouts. So if you look at EG Innovations is a provider of converged application and IT performance monitoring software that delivers end-to-end monitoring, diagnosis, reporting, and analytics across different environments, be it virtual, physical, cloud, or hybrid IT environments. Okay. I said, okay, we are being used by more than 1,500 customers across the globe. Okay, few of our trusted global companies who use the software, to name it, eBay, Allscripts, Samsung, Aviva, KBZ Bank, RBS Banks, okay, DXC, probably, then Prime Minister Office of Singapore, Immigration Checkpoints of Singapore, major government institutions in Singapore being headquartered, PG being headquartered over there. Okay. Awards and recognitions of that the product has got over the last 22 years old. We got the Gartner School Vendor. We got the Best of Citrix Synergies in 2019, Best of VMworld 2008 Golden Award. Okay. And recently, we have also got 2023 award for APM monitoring. Okay. Beyond that, our software has got lots of certificates from the partners, technology partners with whom we work with, like Red Hat certified, Citrix Ready certified, VMware Ready certified, Nutanix Ready certified, SAP certified, AWS Cloud certified. Okay. And we also have got good reviews from the consumers of the software, like Gartner's Pure Insights, IT Central Stations, Cafeteria, and G2 Crowd. Okay, we have got more than 4.75 out of 5. These are the actual consumers of the software. Okay, so this is the certificate ratings that we have got from our clients. Okay, before moving on to what is IT monitoring, okay, let me just give you a background about the company's CEO. Okay, the company's e-Innovation CEO is Dr. Srinivas Ramanathan, who was an ex-scientist in HP Labs. Okay, sorry, was an ex-scientist in HP Labs. He worked for HP Labs for more than.
Narendra, I think we are seeing like the global company slides, so we are not able
No,
to see
no,
the slide. Are
yeah,
you
yeah,
changing?
that is correct. I don't have those slides. Okay, so just briefing over there.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay. Dr. Srinivas Ramanathan was part of HP Labs. Okay, for more than 9 to 10 years. He patented multiple patents for HP, and he was the master of HP OpenView. Okay, I think some disturbances. Okay, and he started this organization in year 2000. Okay, by coming back to India, and then he started this organization. Okay, and we are now in this market for the last 22 years. Okay, so what is IT monitoring? Okay, IT monitoring earlier days used to be CPU monitoring, memory monitoring, disk monitoring, okay, or network monitoring. Okay, so challenge of IT utilization could be low, but still users are complaining it. Okay, and the other effects of monitoring solution is there are multiple monitoring softwares. Okay, let me just. Okay, multiple monitoring solutions are there in the market. You have Citrix Director own software, you have Cisco's own software, and for Windows, we use the Event Viewer. Okay, for virtual environment, we have VMware, VROps. Okay, so we are confused, okay, because we are working with multiple software, multiple monitoring solutions, which don't have visibility across one another. Okay, and if you look at a survey, okay, that Age Innovations and DevOps Institute APM did it, okay, we could see that, okay, 49% of the organizations have 2 to 3 monitoring solutions, okay, and 25% of the IT organizations have 4 to 5 tools, okay. So in overall, you could see that 74% are having 2 to 5 monitoring solutions to tap the application and infrastructure performance. Okay, and more than 17% are using more than 5 monitoring solutions. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, having more than one monitoring solutions is equivalent to having no monitoring solution in place. The reason I'm saying is, if you don't have any monitoring solutions, you depend on the experts. Okay, who actually for any issues come onto the bridge call, and they try to manage their infrastructure silo and try to come back with where is the problem. The same applies when you have more than one monitoring solutions. Okay, when you have more monitoring solutions, they don't have visibility across each other, and it is again equivalent to having no monitoring solution in place, because These monitoring solutions are silo monitoring solutions, specific monitoring solutions. Okay. There are network monitoring solutions. They could be an application performance monitoring solutions. They could be an infra monitoring solutions, but they are not infra application network combined end-to-end monitoring software. Okay. Therefore, what happens is when there is a problem, the IT service team does not know where to start because everyone look at their infrastructure and they say that everything is working fine and there is no problem in their infrastructure. It could be the other's problem. Okay, then it's like finger pointing. Okay, therefore we do not know when to start, how to start, where to start. Okay, so there is huge business loss, there is huge operational cost involved. Okay, so what a modern IT operation needs to focus on. Okay, IT operation must be aligned with the business goals. What is business goals? Business goals are user experience must be very good, and the business process must work according to the business logics. Okay, the IT teams need to efficiently support the modern IT technologies. Okay, the monitoring software that you are trying to have should not be a legacy one. Okay, you should be able to compete with the market needs. It should be able to compete with the modern technologies, and it should be able to change itself to the business needs. Okay, and IT operations must evolve with changing needs of the organizations. Therefore, the only change is IT change. Okay, traditionally, okay, you used to work from home. Okay, we used to have physical meetings. So we work from corporate desktops. We worked online for on-premise, and it were entire virtual machines. But modern IT, it's a hybrid. Okay, we work from home, we work on-prem, and nowadays there is no physical meetings. Okay, all our virtual meetings with collaborative tools such as Zoom, Teams. Okay, go to Citrix and any other things. Okay, the multiple virtual meeting software are there which we used to connect and then join the meetings. Okay, and we don't work on corporate desktops anymore. Okay, we bring our own device and we manage our own bandwidth. Okay, and the infrastructures are not on-prem, it is mostly cloud-based, and it is not two-tier, it is multi-tier. We move on to the microservices and the container management. Okay, so infrastructure, the IT infrastructure has changed a lot. Therefore, the monitoring software that we try to use to monitor and manage this modern IT infra element should be also able to manage, okay, the modern technologies. Okay, so it should be very simple to use so that a helpless team, helpless guy can use the tools. Must be integrated with IT operations workflows, must be scalable, and must be accessible anywhere, anytime. Okay, and how is your services that you render to your clients, okay, either internal or external, measured? It is measured by the user experience of the users who are consuming the software. If the user experience is very good, okay, fine. But if the user experience are very bad, okay, there are a lot of negative impacts on that one. Okay, customer satisfaction is impacted, business productivity is disrupted. Okay, there is a direct toll on the revenue and profit, and there is a negative drag. Okay, that is being created on our brand. Okay, so the customers may switch to the competitors. Okay, if you look at Amazon.com, okay, a 1 second delay in the page load time, okay, results in drop of sales that is 1%, which is 1.6 billion annually. Okay, therefore, user experience is very, very important, and to maintain a very high level of user experience, the entire IT infrastructure should be monitored proactively so that we are able to pinpoint and resolve the issues before it impacts the end users. Okay, so what a user expects? Okay, the user expects the response to be very fast, diagnose the problem accurately, resolve the problem quickly, be proactive, and plan intelligently. Okay. So now we are going to move on to EG's main, okay, verticals, which is being used by multiple customers. Okay, that is end-to-end IT and application in monitoring, which we call as converged application and IT monitoring. Okay, so we need to understand what we do. Okay, our software is not a specific or a specialized software. Okay, let me put it in a simple terms. Okay, normally, okay, when we are ill, okay, where do we tend to move? Okay, we go to our family doctor. Our family doctor mostly is not a specialist. Okay, he's a general physician. He knows about you and he guides you. He tries to cure you. It cures you 99.9%. And when he finds something is very abnormal, he guides us to a correct experts. Okay, so tag it to the monitoring space. Okay, so EG, you can take EG Innovations as a general physician for IT monitoring requirements. Okay, 99.9% EG software will monitor, manage, and proactively alert you so that you can resolve the problem by yourself. Certain times, okay, 0.001% of the time interval, if it is not able to pinpoint the RCA, it guides you where you need to look for expert ideas. Okay, the main aspect is, I told you, user experience. Okay, user experience, probably application could be slow, the latency could be high. Okay, we need to understand why the application is slow. Is the application slow because of the infrastructure? Is the application slow because of the application code? Is it slow because of the network? Is it slow because of the environment on which it is deployed? It could be anything. You cannot have multiple tools to get one insight. Okay, therefore, we go for EG's converged, okay, infrastructure monitoring. So what we do application performance monitoring. We also do infrastructure monitoring and auto diagnosis. Okay. So let me introduce about EG Enterprise Suite, the architecture and how it works. EG Enterprise Suite is a client-based, client-server architecture. Okay. We have EG Manager, that is a centralized dashboard where the monitoring data are being visualized. Okay. And in the same console, we have reporter modules where you can take lots of reports on the monitoring data for postmortem analysis and for trend analysis. And apart from that, okay, we have EG agents. EG agents are nothing but the data collectors. We deploy the EG agents on the servers, on the applications, or on the databases that needs to be monitored. These EG agents collect the health measures from the targets that it is intended to monitor, and it sends the collected data to the EG manager. The EG manager does the correlation of the metrics and finds the status or the state of the measure that it collects based on the threshold that has been set to it. If it violates this threshold, it changes the priority of the measure and it displays the measure on the dashboard. So on the monitor dashboard, you get the current measures, and then it shows the current measures to the database that is hosted on the server. Okay. We, EG Enterprise Suite, uses Oracle database or Microsoft SQL database as the backend DB. Okay. So as I told you earlier, we have the reporter tab also, which you can use for generating reports. EG Enterprise Suite is 100% web-based. We have agent-based monitoring, agentless monitoring. Deployment model, you can deploy the software on-prem within your data center, okay, within your organization if you want to monitor, because major clients does not allow their data to be transferred out, okay. They prefer the monitoring to happen within their infrastructure. So we support on-prem deployment model, but certain cases, okay, client also preferred not to host the EG manager on their environment. They want it to be hosted on the cloud. Okay, we have our own EG cloud manager. We can use that one, or if you want it, we can install and we can provide a unique cloud manager for you in case that is your requirement, and the monitoring data can be passed to your cloud manager. Okay, you own the cloud environment, you own the manager, okay, and you own the full infrastructure. It works on HTTP and HTTPS protocol. It is highly secure. It is very easy to install, configure, and easy to manage the infrastructure. Implementation of the software does not take more than 30 minutes, and full configuration and handover can happen from a minimal 5 days, okay, time frame, and within 4 weeks we can deliver it. It depends on the number of infrastructure elements that you want to monitor and what you want to monitor. Okay, so that determines the installation and configuration time period. As I told you, this software is an end-to-end monitoring software, okay, which means that it's a one software. Okay, we are not a software, okay, which is an amalgamation of multiple monitoring elements. Okay, it's a homegrown software that supports more than 250 applications, which could be either enterprise, web, cloud, VDA infrastructures. We are the one software to support 10 plus virtual platforms, 10 plus operating systems, 20 plus storage devices, and 20 plus databases. In the networks segment, okay, network devices monitoring, we support monitoring any type of network elements, whether it is firewall, load balancers, switches, access point, wireless controller, traffic managers, okay, SD-WANs, anything we will support, and our monitoring mechanism is through SNMP protocol. Okay, our complete network monitoring is through SNMP. Okay, deployment model, as I told you, on-premise deployment where UG manager, okay, and okay, UG manager and the UG agents are within your data center. Okay, application server databases, we have the agents installed on those servers. This is called agent-based monitoring. Okay, virtualization environment, storage, network devices, VMware. Okay, we don't have the agent installed on those elements. We have an agent installed separately, and we use that to collect it. This is called agentless or remote monitoring. And the communication is from the agent to the manager. It's unidirectional communication. There is no communication from the manager to the agent or to the devices that is being monitored. Okay, that users can log in to the UG enterprise URL and they can look at the UG manager. Okay, we can create n number of personalized views. Okay, and any user who logs in with his user credentials can see the monitoring targets that belongs to his infrastructure, his role and responsibility. Okay, a network team guy, when he logs in, will be able to see only the network devices. Probably if that user is mapped to the network devices alone. In the same way, when a database team logs in, they will be able to see the database elements alone that is being part of monitoring space. But when an admin logs in, he'll be able to see the network devices, databases, storages, Citrix environment, all the infrastructure that is being monitored under one view. Okay, this is a hybrid deployment model, okay, where we are able to manage, okay, on-premise data center infrastructure elements and the cloud infrastructure elements on the UG manager within, which is in your data center. Okay, we need to establish communication from the agents to the manager. That's it. Okay, cloud deployment model. Okay, the manager is on the cloud. Okay, and monitoring happens on the targets probably that are either on cloud or on-prem. Okay, this is the third deployment model. Okay, so next let's move on to the verticals where the software is being widely used. Okay, this does not mean that, okay, these are the only 4 verticals where the software is being used. Okay, but major of our client, okay, major of our 1,500 clients use the software on these 4 verticals. first vertical where the software is being widely used is Citrix or VDI monitoring. Okay. And the second is application performance monitoring, where we monitor code level issues for any application that are being built on Java, .NET, .NET Core, PHP, and Node.js frameworks. The third one is the enterprise application monitoring. We monitor applications, enterprise applications like SAP, Microsoft packages, Office 365, SharePoint, CRM, ERP packages. And the fourth one is unified monitoring or end-to-end monitoring. Okay. It is nothing but monitoring the complete infrastructure under one visibility. Okay. This is the 4 verticals where the product is being widely used. We do full stack monitoring. Okay. As I told you, we cover cloud infrastructure monitoring, virtual machines, operating systems, database storages, application, and end user experience. Okay. What EG Enterprise delivers. Okay. We deliver user experience monitoring using real user and synthetic monitoring. We monitor more than 250 components, okay, IT infrastructure support that we provided earlier. We monitor them by every layer and every tier. Just a minute. Okay. And also, we do end-to-end performance correlation where we are able to pinpoint the root cause of the problems. By using the reporter module, analytics, and the machine learning, we will be able to guide you in right sizing your infrastructure and optimizing your infrastructure resources for maximum performance. Okay. The data that you have it by the monitoring can be used for capacity planning, can be used for capacity analysis, for predictions, for forecasting also. Okay. So we move on to the user experience monitoring. We do this one with real users, also with emulated users. Okay. We have a website, okay, probably a banking website, okay, insurance website, because nowadays everyone access, okay, or tuned to accessing everything online, okay. Therefore, real users are trying to access the portals 24/7. Okay, so real user experience monitoring captures the user's perception. Okay, it monitors the real users who actually log into your website. It is a measure of actual workloads, and it's a direct measure of what the users are seeing. But this is not going to happen all the time. There could be a certain time when there will be no real users trying to access your applications. It could be late hours of the day, early hours of the day. Okay, holidays, weekends, probably your application is not being used by multiple real users. Okay, but still, you need to have your applications portals being monitored, because when the first users try to log in, okay, you should not have a failure. Okay, so that is something bad. So how do we capture that? Okay, this is by synthetic monitoring. Okay, synthetic monitoring is nothing. It's an emulated user monitoring. We take a user's flow, we record it, we play the script again and again. Okay, so synthetic monitoring provides a measure of user experience even when there is no real load. Okay, let me actually give you a simple example. I'm trying to log in via Citrix storefront. Okay, and then launch an application on the storefront and log into the SAP portal, access some informations, okay, perform some tasks like approving and revoking, and then log out. Okay, probably in HRMS portal, I log in. So these are the steps I do. I just wanted to ensure that my HRMS portal is at optimal usage level at any point of time. Okay, I record each checkpoints, okay, and I play this as a script. Okay, this is an emulated synthetic monitoring. Okay, so EG captures that in a snake view form. Okay, so home page login is success. So response is within 6.66 seconds. Sign is success, selecting is success, updating is success, reviewing is success, buying is success. But probably making a payment fails. Okay, the overall transaction availability is failure. Okay, So EG captures this one. So understand that, okay, something is wrong on the payment gateway. Okay, so when we need to take action so that when a first user logs in and try to access the payment gateway, he is not, okay, he is able to make the payment successfully. So you need to understand what happened when the payment failed. Okay, EG allows and gives you that scenario also. You just click on the camera icon that is available at failure scenarios. Okay, when you just click on that one, it gives you the scenarios. It gives a snapshot of the screen that the software captured when the transaction failed. So you get a lot of idea what happened because it's a record and play. Okay, it's like a screen image capture. Some image miscapture could have happened. So you could fine tune the script and ensure, make sure that it is working fine. Okay, so we do this one in our synthetic monitoring. Okay, next, okay, what is real user monitoring? Monitoring your real users' performance, okay, by understanding their actions on the website. Okay, so what we do is we inject a tiny piece of JavaScript, a 4 KB piece of JavaScript in your browser, in your site or portals common pages. Okay, definitely all your website that you host, okay, has a common page. Could be a footer, it could be a header, okay, it could be anything. Okay, so otherwise, if you don't have any common pages, then you need to insert it in all the JSP pages. Okay, so it is better we have a common page, we build a common page, and we just install inject that particular JavaScript code into that common page. And when users try to access the website, okay, those JavaScript is downloaded to the browser, and we are able to capture the user performance metrics to, okay, the RAM engine, okay, the real user engine, and then those data are being visualized in the EG Manager console. Okay, so this is the real user dashboard. Okay, you see that. Okay, and on average there is 148 page hits on your websites, and actually 69 are accessing it via desktops, 71 via mobiles. Okay, and the application index is the key. Okay, which is user perception. Okay, it is less than 1. Anything equal to 1 is good, but this is 0.41. This is not good, and we give a split up of the application index score. Okay, 60% are tolerating, 29% are frustrated, and 11% are satisfied. Okay, whether it's a front-end issue, whether it is a browser issue, whether it is a backend server issue, okay, when you just click on the page load time, okay, we will be able to identify. Okay, so the overall page load time is 29 seconds. Browser time is less than 2 seconds. The network time is less than 0.1 second. Okay, but the backend server time is 25 seconds. Okay, it takes more than 85% of the time. Okay, so it's a backend server time. Okay, it's a backend server. But what is the backend server? It's easy jargon, but it's a combination of application servers, web servers, okay, DB servers, infrastructure components that work together and render the service. So you need to understand, is it a problem on the database? It's a problem on the servers, or is a problem on the virtual environment? Where's the problem? Is it a code level issue? That you will not be able to see in this particular real user monitoring. So how do you get that one? Okay, we get that one using our business transaction monitoring. Okay, I will just walk through the live demo environment, but let me finish the key features and then move to the live scenarios. Okay, so using the business transaction monitoring, EG will be able to pinpoint you where is the bottleneck. If it is a code level issue, it can give you the code level, exact SQL query. If it is a line of issue, it gives you the method call and it pinpoints which line of your application code is the problem. Okay, probably that we can see in the live environment. Okay, why EG Enterprise Suite is best suited for any IT environment? It's 100% web-based. It is highly scalable. Okay, one single EG standalone manager can manage monitoring. Okay, components from 100 to thousands. Okay, so you don't scalable, multi-tenant. Okay, you have. Okay, you have your. Okay, applications at multiple locations, you want to monitor them. Okay. So let's not go with multiple managers for each locations. Okay. In single EJ manager, you can manage, okay, different clients or different location infra elements, and you can create personal views and then you can give to them. So it is multi-tenant. It support on-premise deployment model or cloud model. Flexible monitoring, agentless and agent-based monitoring is supported, and licensing is very, very flexible. It's server, it's one per server. It is not based on the resources. It is not based on the log space. It is not based on the server configuration. Okay, if you have multiple JVMs, it's only one licenses. It is not JVM. It is not instant based. It's one server, one IP, one licenses. Multiple applications on the same server, then also one licenses. Okay. Next, we go to the universal monitor. Okay, as I told you, our software is a general physician. Therefore, it is not. We don't have executables for each applications. Okay, for database monitoring, we don't have one separate agent. Okay, for infra monitoring, we don't have separate agent. It's only one agent. When you install that particular agent, it knows what it does need to monitor from the particular target. If it has an Oracle, it monitors Oracle. If it has an SQL, it starts monitoring SQL component alone. It builds, it has that intelligence, and it is auto discover. It can manage it provided you give the right credentials. Okay. Therefore, a single monitor license for Windows, for Linux, or Solaris. So one agent executable per OS, a single price regardless of the server or regardless of the OS or the server configurations, a single price to manage multiple applications on the same server, auto upgradable, agent-based and agentless monitoring support option is there, 100% web-based. Okay. So you start monitoring your infrastructures. Okay. If you don't get any alerts, monitoring is no use. When there is an abnormality, you need to get alert, proactive alert, so that you can go and fix it. Okay, so EG supports static thresholds. EG comes with predefined industry standard thresholds. Okay, so you don't need to write rules or you don't need to manually configure the thresholds. You run the software, you leave the software for 7 to 14 days, and then see whether the threshold that has been set by default matches your expectations. If it doesn't matches your expectations, get the help from us. We will fine tune and tweak and configure the threshold that you want to set for each measures. Okay, so it comes with predefined. It can be changed based on your needs also. So static thresholds are there, but certain measures cannot be static. So we need to have dynamic thresholds also. So EG supports auto baselining for proactive alerting. So this is the measure. Okay, this is the measure that, okay, and based on the measure, we get the automatic thresholds. Okay, it understands the pattern and builds the thresholds automatically. Okay, if you look at the monitoring console, okay, the monitoring consoles comes in the layer model. Okay, it follows the OSI layer model. You start from OS, hardware, network, application, then move on to the other informations. Okay, this follows the same model for all the components that we supported, either network, infra, applications, user experience, and everything. But for certain, okay, people or for certain entities, organizations, they want to view in a dashboard format. Okay, so we have our own dashboard. One touch dashboard is available, but we also give an option to customize your own dashboard. There are lots of widgets available. You can use those widgets and you can customize the dashboard. So when you customize your dashboard, you can change the widget, you can change the color, you can change the pattern, you can do whatever you wanted. And you can also publish these dashboards. Okay, when you publish this dashboard, whoever has access to the URL can access the URL without logging to the EG Enterprise console. Okay, and they can look at the dashboard, okay, through the browser. Okay, apart from that, okay, apart from what we support out of box, okay, if you have anything that is not supported and you have the expertise to develop the support, okay, by understanding EG's framework, okay, you have a license called integration module. Okay, you can use the integration module and you can develop the software and you can embed within the EG Enterprise suite and you can start monitoring it. Otherwise, we will start working with you and we will customize those things for you. So we have an option that you can buy it and you can use it. Okay, because when you come back, probably it will incur some additional charges. So if you have the expertise, you can use EG's API and then you can generate the soft codes and then integrate with the data collectors and you can start monitoring it. Okay. So we support that one also. The thresholds that I said, okay, if you violate the thresholds, you get alerts. The alerts will be visible on the dashboard on the current alarm page. Okay. And the same alerts, you can send it through the mails to you. If you have SMS gateway, and if you want the alerts to be sent as SMS, we can integrate with the SMS gateway and alerts can be sent to your mobiles. In case you want to get it on WhatsApp, okay, we can even integrate with the WhatsApp chats. Okay. So alerting we support in different ways. Okay. And in addition to that, we also have EG mobile app. So it's a ready app that is available. You just give your URL and you can access your mobile on the mobile, your application performance, infrastructure details, everything on the go. This is supported on Android and iOS currently. Okay. As I told you, on the EG console, you have reporter module also. You can use the reporter module to generate reports that can be used for executive and operational people, for network systems and applications, for comparison. Okay. You can use it for real time, also for post-mortem analysis. You can use it for trend analysis, capacity planning, prediction, and also you can use those data for as an insight for right sizing and optimizing your infrastructures. Okay. So probably for capacity optimizations, one of the report that is available out of box with the product. So you have a lot of VMs. Okay, you see that only 3 VMs are being highly used, and the other VMs are not being used. So you can use this one and you can push the load to the other VMs. Okay, so that all the VMs are balanced and the capacity are optimally used. Okay, and the same way, okay, for capacity planning also, you see that CPU is being highly used, memory is not being highly used. So you can probably increase the CPU from the other servers and try to move on the memory. Okay, because here it is idly very much less used. You can move on to other servers where the memory requirement is very high. Okay, so you can do this on the go. We give you much insight onto the capacity planning. Same with capacity forecasting. AG gives you the forecast. Okay, by analyzing the past trends, and you can understand whether you have the servers that can withstand the load for the futures. Okay, and apart from that, okay, people nowadays want the monitoring to be integrated with the ITSM solutions. Okay, like ServiceNow and other things. Out of box, we have those support. Okay, this is a snapshot of our ITSM integration support. We support ServiceNow, PagerDuty, BMC Remedy, SCOM, HipChat, Jira, etc. Full details, probably you can look at our EG Innovations website and you can get more information. Okay. The way in which EG Innovations, okay, delivers very good ROI. Okay. First thing is enhanced uptime. Okay. By using EG enterprise software, by proactive monitoring, we minimize the lower downtime and therefore we enhance the uptime and thereby probably we save a lot of cost that is involved. Okay, support cost or other cost that is involved for the downtime customer support. Okay, and the second thing is efficient usage of the operational staff. Okay, by if you're not having any monitoring solution in place, probably we are using the expert's knowledge and expert time in understanding where is the problem and try to figure out where to take action. By using EG software, you minimize their time in the bridge calls. Okay, and they will be doing expertise works. Okay, and also by proactive monitoring. Okay, as I told you, okay, downtime is minimized. Okay, and therefore yearly savings is very increased. Okay, you get minimal downtime, you get higher uptime, and also you're able to optimally use your IT operation staff's time period. Okay, with EG enterprise. So, okay, so I think this is the differentiators: reach across every tier, depth through the stack monitoring, and speed to resolutions. Okay, these are 3 mantras that we try to follow from the day one. when we started our organizations in 2001. Okay. I think I'm come to the end of the slideshow. Okay. I will try to move on to the live environment. Okay. And show you live environment. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is our live demo portal. Okay. Probably we have only 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. I'll try to quickly take you walk through the product. Okay. This is our live demo console. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, I log in as a monitoring user. Okay, you have an admin user. Okay, but I'm trying to log in as a monitor user. The first dashboard that you see is the current alarm page that I told you. Okay, the alarms means abnormalities in the IT infrastructure. Okay, this displayed based on the priorities. Okay, critical alarms at the top, then major alarms and the proactive alarms. We will come to this screenshot little later. This is the home page. Okay, so as a monitor user, I don't have only 3 tabs. Okay, monitor tabs, reporter tabs, and the configuration tabs. If I'm logging as an admin user, I will have the admin tab. Okay, where you can do administrative tasks. So I'm a monitor view only user. Okay, so 21 elements are being managed by this particular user, and the split up of those 21 elements. Okay, like Oracle WebLogic, Oracle Database, F5 load balancer, Cisco routers, Clarion storage, and etc. And the state. Okay, red color means critical, orange is major or intermediate, and yellow is proactive. Okay, so we can monitor the infrastructure as silo components, or based on location as zones, or based on business needs as services. Okay, let us focus on the services. This particular user is managing 21 components. We collect nearly 13,854 measures. You can see that is the depth of monitoring. Okay, deep monitoring we do, and there are 6 open problems. That is what you saw on the alarm page, current alarm page. Okay, if you look at the services, this user is managing 3 services. PeopleSoft HRMS is one, a payment gateway is one, and e-commerce is another thing. When you look at the e-commerce, it is marked as red, which means there is some issues. Okay, I'm just trying to move deeper and see what is the problem and how EG helps you to monitor it proactively. So this is real user experience monitoring. Okay, I'm monitoring the website as I told you, as I've taken you. Okay, you're seeing 12 pages hit per minute. App index is very low, 0.4%. 91% of the people are frustrated. Why? It takes nearly 16 seconds for the page to respond to the user request. Okay, and I'm just clicking on one particular transaction, user transaction, 16 seconds. Okay, browser monitoring is very minimal. It is less than 1 second. Network is less than 0.1 seconds, but 13 seconds is in the backend time. Okay. Let us move on. Okay. Let us move on to see where is the problem. Okay. So we move on to the topology. Okay. This is nothing but we manage. Okay. We do auto discovery. We manage those components, and we then understand which component work together. Okay. And build this relationship. Okay. So you could see that a user is trying to log in via the router and the load balancer. Is trying to access the applications. Okay, the e-commerce portal application that is hosted on a web server that talks to two Oracle WebLogic, okay, business logic units, which is shipping engine, okay, and then to the address validation engine. You could see that, okay, user says it is taking more than 16 seconds for him to get the response, okay, but EG does not put the user, okay, as a critical one. It's the effect of the problem that lies somewhere else, okay. So EG does an end-to-end correlation and then finds which segment is the culprit. Here it identifies that this particular Oracle WebLogic server is the culprit, okay. Then it puts critical over there, and then it actually minimizes the alarm priority on the other components. Therefore, what it says is don't focus on, okay, the load balancer, don't focus on the Oracle shipping engine JVM, focus on the Oracle address validation JVM, okay. If you click on the here, as I told you, we move on to the layer model, okay. So we follow the OSI layer model, okay. I'm just minimizing this one. So you could see that operating system, it captures all the information right from disk space, memory, processor information, uptime, everything. Operating system is fine. Network is fine. TCP is fine. JVM, okay. Java virtual machines, okay. Garbage collections, threads, okay. Memory usage, JVM memory usage, JVM thread, JVM uptime, everything is fine. Okay. Then moving on to the container, okay, being WebLogic, Java server being a WebLogic server, we see the WebLogic container informations like WebLogic threads, okay, WebLogic uptime, okay, workloads, WebLogic security, everything is fine, okay. But the transaction that is happening on the application, okay, we capture those transactions in the application transaction layer, that is having some issues, okay. I'm clicking on one particular transaction. So you could see that if you click the summary, we could see that there are 29 transactions in the last 5 minutes, out of which 9 is healthy and 20 is unhealthy. Okay, this is a summary. Okay, and I'm just clicking on one of the unhealthy. Okay, and I could see that this particular language service.jsp, this is the end JSP page. Okay, that gets hit when a user does a transaction, does some business transactions. Okay, I could see that 2 transactions are there and 2 are unhealthy. Okay, what is the reason for the unhealthy? I'm just clicking on the glass icon. Okay, I can understand what is happening inside. Okay, I could see the username. I could see the page that is there hitting it. I could see the total response time. Okay, I could even see the IP on which they are logging from. Everything I could see on. But let me just go further. Okay, I'm just clicking on this particular glass icon. Okay, now I go to the call tracing. Okay, so user Kelly, okay, has taken more than 24 seconds for his query to be executed. Okay, so the call from user Kelly first moved to the shipping engine. Okay, that is not the culprit. Okay, from there different calls goes on. Okay, HTTP calls goes to MQ. Okay, and then web service calls go to a MasterCard merchandise payment gateway. Another HTTP call goes to another Oracle WebLogic container. Okay, which is the validation engine. Okay, from here you could see that. Okay, it again goes to multiple calls. Okay, SAP call, MQ call, and also to the database. You could see from the image from this particular scenario, you could see that 24 seconds, 22 seconds are being consumed in this particular segment. This is the root. This is the killer. Okay, so I just click on that particular transaction. Okay, then I go to the layer model. Okay, I go to the waterfall, or I go to the summary execution analysis pattern. Okay, you could see in the summary, you could see, okay, overall you could see, okay, slow transactions. Okay, remote calls takes 21 seconds. Okay, Java takes only 146 milliseconds. Okay, see that. Okay, database query takes 97.8% of the overall response time. Okay, if you look at the SQL query, we capture the entire SQL query. That is the cause for this latency, high latency. This is a query, execution query. Okay, but if you look at the database, we are monitoring the database also. It is green, which means that database is absolutely fine. There is no problem on the database. See, the complete database. Okay, everything is fine. There is no problem. All the layers is fine. But still, okay, the user transaction takes nearly 24 seconds. So EG is able to pinpoint the query that is causing the issue. Okay, let me go to another scenario. Okay, again, slow transactions. Okay, I'm just clicking on it. Just go to the one user. Okay, it's a Java issue. It's not a database query. Database query here, it is less than 1 second, but the Java code takes more than 22 seconds. Okay, what is there in the problem in the Java code? Okay, I'm able to pinpoint the SAP Pojo call. Okay, that is okay. That happens in the prepare summary.json method. Okay, that is the culprit. Okay, so I can exactly pinpoint okay the method or the database query, okay, or the line of code. In this way, I can monitor your application. I'm also monitoring your infrastructures. Okay, I'm monitoring your servers. I'm monitoring your network devices. Okay, if you look at the home page, I told you I'm monitoring 21 targets. Okay, I'm not only monitoring the applications. I'm not only monitoring your databases. I'm monitoring the load balancers. I'm monitoring the routers. Okay, and going beyond. Okay, okay, I'm monitoring the web server, Tomcat, IAS. So I monitor the infrastructures, and also I monitor the application that is being hosted on the infrastructures. I do a converged total ID monitoring. Okay, therefore, this software guides you and proactively alerts you before it impacts the end users, and you now know where you need to fix the issue. Okay, it does not throw away and says that there's a problem in your application tier, just go diagnosis and find out. It says what layer, what measure, what tier you need to take action, and if you just pass it to the respective team, okay, they will be able to know where to start action, and they'll be able to fix the issues. Okay, so with that, I'm just ending my session. Hope this session was informative. Okay, we have series of webinars following up. This is a first introduction webinar. Okay, thanks Indrajit for giving me an opportunity to procure my product to the audience. Back to you, Indra.
Yeah. Thanks, Narendran. Thanks for a detailed presentation as well as like dry walkthrough of the demo console. Let's wait for a couple of minutes if there are any questions from the audience. Otherwise, let's conclude for today.
Okay, Indra, let's wait.
Guys, in case of any questions, please type in Q&A or like chat box, and we are happy to answer. Okay, if there are no questions further, then I think let's go ahead and conclude today's session. Thanks, Narendran. Thanks for your time, and thanks for the detailed session on control of solution. So, in case of any queries, or like if anyone wants to like have the demonstration or kind of a detailed walkthrough of control of solution, then reach out to us. We are like we as XenTegra Private Limited are closely associated with EG Innovation team. And as Narendra mentioned, this is the first session like which we have planned, right? A kind of an introductory session, and like definitely will be covering lot many aspects of EG Innovation solution in details. So reach out to us in case if you want to know more about controller solution, and we are happy to walk through the solution. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone. Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Thanks you. Thank you, Inder.